I'm with Scott Pierce, the driver of the Executone telephones. And Scott, I would imagine next to a cheeseburger, the dearest thing to your heart was the win in Miami.
Well, it was a very, very special time in my life. You know, we've worked awful hard for many years, and we finally were able to get a good sponsor with Executone, a good crew, a good owner, a good boat. And we were able to go down there and put a win together, and it meant a lot to me. Of course, my father was in the sport for so many years, and he wasn't able to win. So it was a very emotional time, and I still get emotional when I think about it now. But with all the things that have transpired during the year, it's a very, very nice time.
First win ever for Scott, and first win for Executone telephones. Let's go back to Miami and the final.
Very low right now in speed is the 7-Eleven to stay inside the gun. He just made it. A good start for the 7-Eleven. But in the meantime, on the inside is the Executone telephones with Scotty Pierce. Going into the east turn, a better speed for the Executone telephone. Scotty Pierce hit the start right on the button. Scott Pierce, in his 5th year of unlimited hydroplane racing, hoping to pick up his first victory in the Unlimited. Very successful in the limited boats, but now a chance to grab it all here in Miami. Scotty Pierce, what a story. Started go-kart racing back when he was only 5 years old. By the time he was 12, he had picked up 7 national titles. It's getting choppy out on that west turn as they come down the main chute now. Scott Pierce holding on, first place. For Scotty Pierce, 5 years of driving slower boats, doing everything, driving the truck, working on the engines. He is on his way to his first career victory in the Unlimiteds and the first victory for the sponsor, Executone Telephones, a winner in Miami.
Great to be a winner, baby!
Scotty, take your helmet off. You did it, young man. You did it. First ride in the Executone telephones, and you already got yourself a championship here in Miami.
5 long years.
5 years for this program. You're right, for Executone telephones.
5 long years.
How did it feel out there?
Oh, it felt great. I was so happy I could cry.
Go ahead and cry. There's nothing wrong with that.
My dad, he's up there in heaven. I wouldn't be here without you, and I love it. I just love it. My wife, she's done everything, supported me. We had no money. Now we have some money.
Personally, I think that was the most meaningful interview I've ever done in my life, Scotty.
Well, it was a very, very meaningful moment to me. You know, we have a lot of highs and lows in life, and that was a definite high, and it's one I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
What about 1986?
Well, as everyone I think knows at this point, we're going to repower with turbine engines. It seems to be the wave of the future, and we're very excited about it. And we want to continue to keep Executone in the front of an unlimited hydroplane racing.
Okay, Scotty Pierce.
All right, we now have official word. The Budweiser did indeed jump the gun. Jim Kropfeld obviously will be unhappy with himself because he knows he has a superior machine. But that is the first place boat for Mr. Pringles. The Budweiser then in 5th. First place, Mr. Pringles, Scott Pierce. He has only one victory to his credit back in 1985. One of the younger drivers on the circuit. Pierce now has about a 6-boat lead, and he is able to go into lane number 1. If he does, that should shut the door on the Middle American. Scotty Pierce going after victory number 2. Nothing but water as you wait for the Middle American on the inside, as you can see. And there it is. There's your race for the championship here in Detroit for 1987. And he's done it. As you can see, the Middle American now going to the outside. Scotty Pierce has shut the door on the Middle American, and all he has to do now is keep that boat running, complete this, the final lap, and he'll have victory number 2, and the first ever victory for the Mr. Pringles and Duncan Hines. Scott Pierce around the Rooster Tail turn for the last time. He'll get it. He'll get the 400 points. Second place will go to the Middle American, and Scotty Pierce has won in Detroit in 1987.
Congratulations.
This is amazing. We were just talking about 85. You jump the gun in the first heat of the day, then you win. This is a nice omen.
I'm not crying this time, I guess.
Here's Jamie, their daughter. Oh, my goodness, Jamie, get in
I'll
here.
tell you, though, in all seriousness, I mean, the Pringles boat ran great, and I'm real proud, but I'd like to dedicate this one to Steve Reynolds and a nice, healthy recovery. And I know that Steve, if he was here, he would have given me all I was worth, just like Chip was. Well, the kid was running. I had to work for this one, but we're real proud, and it's our first win for Pringles, and I hope we have many more.
What do you think, Jamie? That's what I thought, too. He's
She's
pretty
a happy
goofy.
camper. She's a happy camper.
All right, we'll be back. Jamie, let's say it together. We'll be back right after this.
He can see the checkered flag as it's being positioned high atop the start-finish line. Chip Hanauer now, as the other boats are getting the green flag. He's coming under the bridge. Watch him closely. Watch him. He's lost the rooster tail. Chip Hanauer has lost power. Here's the Budweiser coming right up behind him, but that's a lap down boat. Chip Hanauer has about half a lap to get that boat restarted to still take a first place. Pringles is on the backstretch.
He's only about 500 yards from the checker flag. This boat, Miss Budweiser, penalized an extra lap, is really in about fourth place. But eyes are now on Scotty Pierce and Mr. Pringles. He's going to win. He's going to take the checker flag.
What a great day for Scott Pierce in the rainbow-colored Chip Presents Mr. Pringles. What a sad day for Chip Hanauer, who thought he had it all. Some 500 yards from the finish line, and he sits dead in the water after leading this race, taking over the lead position. Here's your winner coming back to the docks, Scott Pierce, Mr. Pringles.
And what a turn of events for owner Bill Wooster, hugging the driver's wife, Jan Pierce, the entire crew up on a high. 3 different leaders, Budweiser, Miller High Life, and the winner, Chip Presents Mr. Pringles. And we'll be back here at the Budweiser Indiana Governor's Cup. 3 different leaders. Miss Budweiser, Tommy DeHeath, penalized an extra lap for bearing out. The Miller High Life going dead in the water, 500 yards from the checker flag. And the winner, Mr. Pringles. Let's go to the winner's circle, Dick Crippen. Dick?
All right, Scotty, points, come on.
Well, yeah, we're not only the national point leader, but we won the Madison Regatta. And really, this is a great testament to the whole Pringles organization. We upside down 3.5 weeks ago, and we have a lot yet to go. This boat's going to run a lot faster, but I'm so proud of all these guys. They've worked their hearts out, and the boys got a little snippy down there in the corner, and it cost them a win, and we'll take it any day of the week.
Well, you got it. It's beautiful, a time to celebrate, and this has just got to be the whole start of a new thing for you.
Well, this boat's going to win a lot of races. You haven't seen the last of this boat win, and this is one heck of a race boat, and the U18 built it, and that I'm very proud of, and I think today I drove the wheels off of it, so I'm getting to learn this thing.
The final order finish is this. Mr. Pringles, Old Boy Oberto, Miss Budweiser, Miss Circus Circus, and there's your high points for the day earned by these boats. In the start of lap number 4 with about 2 more laps to go. Not too far back is Mr. Pringles, driven by Scott Pierce.
122.743 was the reading for the Miss Budweiser, and now Budweiser is hooked again, and this time Circus Circus really takes advantage of it. Chip Hanauer has got his foot into it. He's got those little tiny rear view mirrors you can see on the side of the cockpit, and he's looking back. He's got to know where he is. Third place, Scott Pierce in the Mr. Pringles. And Jim, we just got word. The word has come down to us that Chip Hanauer and Circus Circus did indeed jump the gun at the start, so he has been penalized 1 lap.
Going to check. Here it is, a new leader. Mr. Pringles takes over from the Miss Budweiser on next to the final lap as he hooks it around the corner. And also, the Old Boy Oberto is attempting to move up. What a change of events. This boat from 3rd to 1st in 1 lap.
And we have to remember, too, this was the boat that had all the problems earlier on. This was the turbine that was not running well. This has got to be a very disappointed driver right now. I don't know whether he's been told yet or not, but he will know momentarily that he is down 1 lap because of that early start. Here's your checkered flag out. It is out for Chip Presents Mr. Pringles. Scott Pierce takes the win in the Miami Regatta. He has got to be thrilled to death at this point. He had a very disappointing day, but it produced a beautiful flower at the end of it in the form of a championship. Final turn on the course here in Evansville, Indiana. Checkered flag time. Let's watch as they come down for the finish. Scotty Pierce finds a little bit more power. Mark Tate trying to catch him on the outside, but it's checkered flag time for Scott Pierce in the Miss Budweiser. Winston Eagle finishes second. Coming down, they look lined up. It's going to be a good call by the judges' stand to determine if that green flag will fly. It looks like the Miss Budweiser's already starting the position. They're underway now, and look at that jam into turn number 1. It looks like American Spirit had to go way through a rooster tail to the outside. Meanwhile, your lead boats are battling side by side. On the inside to the right of your screen, it was the Winston Eagle. Then it was in the middle, George Woods Jr. in the Super Range Golf, and the leader, right now is Miss Budweiser, Scott Pierce. And the way that boat is riding, it'll be interesting to see if indeed the rebalancing worked on it. Right from the moment, he is being pushed hard on the inside by Mark Tate. Mark Tate will try to take it coming out of the turn.
And Mark Tate does take it, but look at the Budweiser come back on. Scott Pierce is putting that pedal to the metal, as they say. They'll come down. This will be a fast lap. I can assure you, 138.260 mile an hour for the Budweiser, 137.068 for Winston Eagle. That quick. Scott Pierce has taken the Miss Budweiser up 8 miles an hour from 138 to 146. The Winston Eagle has increased its speed by 1 mile an hour, so the Budweiser is now starting to outdistance the second place boat.
You know, Mark Tate had the day of his life in his hometown, and it's great to see Scott having the day of
Mark is going for it. He is going for it on the outside. Checkered flag is on the barge. We're going to have a drag race coming down to the start-finish line here because Mark has decided to slam it to the wood. I don't think he's going to be in time. The checkered flag is out for Miss Budweiser, and it is the winner of the 1991 Rainier Cup, Miss Budweiser. Winston Eagle is second.
nicely done. You know, before the race started, I really hoped that Scott could have the glorious day.
Oh, we have a great battle for second and fourth. And it looks like in third and fourth we're going to have the American Spirit.
The end of the pier to see your driver, Scotty Pierce.
Thank you.
Bernie, congratulations. Bernie Little, winner of the Rainier Cup with his Budweiser. And there is nobody here happier right now getting kisses from his crew than Scott Pierce.
His day
You
at
can tell
home.
by the emotion in Bernie Little's voice, which typically does not show emotion, and the shakiness in that voice, you knew he was very proud of this.
You know, I think they wanted this for Scott. It's been a rough year for Scott. It's a tough position driving the Budweiser. You're not expected to improve every week. You're expected to win, and he came through and did it.
Steve Rabel, you're right down there.
I am. I just got kissed, and I don't have anything to do with this other than trying to get an interview here with Scott Pierce. Scott, come on over here as we work our way through. I'm going to work my way through. Here we go.
Don't fall in the water, Steve.
Scott, again, congratulations. Chip Hanauer up at the start-finish line, a position that you're familiar with, said the best driving job he has ever seen you do, putting your foot in it, getting the jump at the start, and staying out there. What was your secret today?
Well, Chip told me to run the thing heavy on the water and use my engine. I was so light in the first two heats, I couldn't keep track. Bo was trying to go over on me, and we just moved a bunch of weight up front. I said, boys, you know, Chip helped me so much this year, and I'd like to thank him for that. And I said, let's just do it his way. And his way worked. I had a broken propeller the last two laps. The boat was vibrating so bad I couldn't even hold on the wheel. And we won. I'm so pleased to be at home in Seattle and in front of all my friends and family and my in-laws up in Edmonds. And everyone, I just love you so much, and thank you for staying with me all these years. And I think I showed you what I could do today.
It really does mean a lot, doesn't it? When all that you've been through as a driver, all the ups, the downs, the overs, you are here today, standing here, the winner of the Rainier Cup, and congratulations. So you must really feel good.
Well, the best thing is that I have the world's best team behind me, and this guy right here was the start of me coming here, and I'm just so happy to be able to drive like that for these people, and I'm going to be here a long time, I promise you.
I think it's easy to say that Scott Pierce is one happy man. Guys, Ron, back to you.
Right off the top, though, it's going to be Winston Eagle. Mark Tate trying to take it on the inside. The Miss Budweiser has moved up, and because of the inside shorter run, she's taken a very slight lead coming out of the turn. Winston Eagle is hot on it on the outside.
We've got a battle on our hands here in the finale, and look at the Budweiser on the right with Scotty Pierce. On the left, Mark Tate in the Winston Eagle, screaming down that back chute. 5 laps for this final, not 3, but 5.
Just off the pace of the lead boats, it looks like the T-Plus Teflon with Steve David, but the battle is definitely up front as again it's nose to nose on the turn. Gonna power through. She's now passing up Ken Mox-Cattell in the Jackpot food boat. That's the first boat to be lapped on the field today. Miss Budweiser going out to the outside a little bit more than Scott Pierce has been driving the boat so far in the race. He likes that inside groove once he gets the lead, but he held onto it, and he's going to hold it on the outside.
A half a lap to go. A half a lap to go on the green flag lap. And look at Mark Tate is going to try, but I don't know if he'll have the horses with just a short distance to go. The checker flag is waiting here in the Budweiser Cup on Mission Bay.
Mark Tate looking at second place unless he can really find the speed, but it has been a very fast heat.
It has. It'll be about 4.3 mile an hour faster. A new record for a 12.5-mile heat. Miss Budweiser elapses Chip Hanauer's Circus average winning speed last year, and that was 143.5. He'll be about 148. 147.8 to be exact, as the checker flag falls.
Well, there's Scott Pierce getting a championship welcome down in the pits. Here are your final standings. Miss Budweiser, followed by the Winston Eagle, T Plus Teflon, Valvoline Miss Madison, Oh Boy Oberto, and the Jackpot Food Mart did not finish.
Scott Pierce, kind of an up and down day, but it turned out pretty good. The boat ran beautifully.
Well, it's getting to be a habit. Mark gets me in the prelims, and I managed, when they put up the money, to reach out inside, and the team gives me the best, and we're managed to win. And I'm just real proud. You know, my owner's had some health problems, and his doctors told him not to come, and he came, and I had to give him this win. Boy, he would have been cantankerous had he gone home without this win.
It wasn't one of those days when everything went perfectly, so you couldn't have been quite as confident as you like to be going into the final.
Well, I've learned this year never to get too confident when Mark Tate and the Winston Eagle are out there. They're one hellacious competitor for the Budweiser, but believe me, we're up to it.
Bernie, you can relax a little bit and smile now. That was a long day.
Yeah, it was. It's a long way out here from Florida, as Scott says, and boy, he made the trip worthwhile. I just know that we'll carry on through Honolulu. No one will drive the boat any better than he's driving it.
The winning owner and driver, Bernie Little and Scott Pierce.